Get it.
Get it.
Get it.
Get it, get it.
Is she gonna get it, Daddy?
She'll get it.
Get it, get it.
When you bring home a Goodwill find, you give your whole town a reason to celebrate because you're also funding local job training and placement programs in tech, healthcare, and more. Goodwill. Bring good home.
Home fire drills give your family a plan of action. In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So when you drill, show everyone 2 ways out of the house, pick a safe meeting spot, and get there in under 2 minutes. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year. You can even make them fun. So everyone knows the sound and exactly what to do when they hear a smoke alarm. Go to ready.gov/fire drill and learn how to prepare your family for home fires.
Welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Chloe Thaler.
And I'm Lucy Jane Ragsdale.
An off-duty Auburn police officer was able to save a local mom who was pinned under her car after a terrible crash. According to WRBL, Alexandra Ford was driving her 5-year-old to school on Friday, February 8th, when she lost control of her car on Alabama 51. Auburn police officer Seth Belcher heard the crash and ran out to help.
After flagging her car down to call 911, Belcher stayed to help Ford until she was taken to the hospital. According to WRBL, she was later airlifted to Piedmont Columbus Regional Hospital with head injuries, broken ribs, and a lacerated spleen. Her son left the crash uninjured. Miss Auburn University Lauren Bradford is spreading her platform this week throughout Auburn's campus. Bradford is encouraging students and Auburn University community members to unplug from their electronics.
Okay, so my platform itself is called the Digital Diet Plan, and it's about just how to find and maintain technological balance, because so often everywhere you look, people are hooked on their phones. Everywhere you go, on the concourse you look, and people are just walking glued to their screens. And it's not just on a college campus, it's every age group. And so that's what the platform is called, is the Digital Diet Plan, and this week is dedicated to promoting awareness of just how much time we truly spend on our devices every day, and just kind of getting people thinking about, oh my gosh, I do spend this much time and it is infiltrating my relationships. And so this week is called Unplug with Miss AU, and every day we have interactive activities that we do just to get people thinking and their wheels turning about the effects of the overuse of technology and just some things that they can do to overall just get a better quality of life by taking a step back and unplugging. Yesterday actually was called Trash Your Stress Day, and we had a big trash can and some pieces of paper that people could write out some things that were stressing them. And it didn't have to do with technology or anything, but the whole goal was for it to represent that whenever we do take a step back from tech and kind of unplug, it is so freeing, because so often it's such a burden to always be plugged in and to be constantly receiving this flow of information. I would just say, just be aware of how much time we're spending on it, and just kind of recognize that unplugging is so much more than just putting your phone down. It's being present in a moment. It's having real intentional conversation with someone instead of infiltrating intimate time with devices, and just be here right now instead of having to be on your phones. That's my whole message for this week, is just to kind of help people think about those things that are so important. And so I would just say be present and unplug.
Bradford and her team will spend their last day on the concourse tomorrow to support this mission.
Auburn's Tiger Giving Day is coming up next Thursday, February 21st. Tiger Giving Day is the university's annual 24-hour fundraising event that features projects from all over campus.
Some of this year's projects include a project that would allow female aviation students to compete in a 2,400-mile air race that is taking place this June. Some other projects include a project to improve Auburn B-Lab facilities and adding solar-powered changing tables to the university's student center.
Since Auburn's first Giving Day in 2015, there have been gifts from over 5,000 donors for almost 60 different projects. Auburn family members can donate all day long at tigergiving.org and watch projects progress update in real time.
Auburn University's newly elected Student Government Association President Mary Margaret Turton is breaking tradition by allowing any student to apply to become a part of her new executive team. The SGA executive team includes a chief of staff, executive vice president of communications and marketing, executive vice president of programming, executive vice president of initiatives, executive vice president of outreach, and the executive secretary.
The elected SGA president, vice president, and treasurer usually lead the selection process themselves. Turton describes that she wants SGA to be as inclusive as possible. Outgoing SGA President Dane Block sparked controversy last year when he picked the least racially diverse executive team in recent years. This team will head the different divisions of SGA cabinet and represent the organization at various events. Applications can be found on the SGA page on Auburn's website.
After the break, details about Auburn's winter play.
You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
We're all part of your community.
We all play a role in keeping our community safe.
So protect your every day.
If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.
With data breaches on the rise, finding the right tools to protect you and your loved ones from identity theft is critical.
That's why the Alabama Department of Revenue is providing residents a free and secure mobile app that uses your face to confirm your identity, so only you can claim your state income tax refund.
Download the Alabama EID to your smartphone and complete a simple 4-step registration process.
Using facial recognition technology, the Alabama EID verifies your identity by matching your face against the picture used to make your driver's license or state-issued ID.
With the Alabama EID, there are no usernames or passwords to remember, and only you can authorize the Department of Revenue to process your state income tax refund.
Don't let someone steal your state tax refund.
Protect your refund.
Protect yourself.
Learn more at alabamaeid.com.
It's my job to pay attention to the game, and I take my job seriously.
While I'm busy watching the game, I need your help keeping an eye on the stands.
If you see something that doesn't look quite right, tell a law enforcement official.
We all play an important role in protecting our communities, and you can help.
If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.
Green hat, red hat, oops. Red shirt, blue shirt, yellow shirt, oops. Yellow pants, red pants, green pants, oops.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl.
Welcome back. I'm Andy Hewling with Eagle Eye Sports. After a hard-fought game this past weekend at LSU, Auburn returned back to Auburn Arena looking to bounce back against a tough Ole Miss team. Chuma Okeke had a career night with 23 points and added 11 rebounds, but that still wasn't enough as the Tigers would fall to the Rebels for the second time this season by a final score of 65-60. The loss drops Auburn to 16-8 in this season and 5-6 in conference play. The Tigers' next game is Saturday at Vanderbilt as they look to gain momentum heading back into a tough stretch of the season. Auburn baseball is finally back at Plainsman Park and ready for the Tigers to grace the field as they prepare for Georgia Southern in a 3-game series this weekend. Auburn was ranked 19th in the final preseason poll. First pitch will be on Friday and it is slated at 6 p.m. Auburn Gymnastics, even though they are no longer undefeated, are still on a tear as they head back to Auburn Arena this Friday to take on the Arkansas Razorbacks after losing to Florida last week. Even with the loss, Auburn stayed strong in the polls, coming in at number 11 nationally, and they look to take down the Razorbacks in front of the home crowd. After the break, we'll take a look at the newest play in Telfair Pete Theater. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
You've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Green hat. Red hat. Oops. Red shirt. Blue shirt. Yellow shirt. Oops. Yellow pants. Red pants. Green pants. Oops.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl.
Auburn Theater's Spring Play is opening tonight. Big Fish tells the story of the relationship between a father and son. Auburn alum Ben Strickland plays the lead role as Edward Bloom. He sat down with Eagle Eye TV to discuss his role.
The director of the show and the chair of the department for theater here, Chase Braingardner, he messaged me and told me he wanted to give me a proposition. He said, we were thinking about doing this musical. How would you feel about coming back and performing with us again in this show? He said, I was like, okay, what's the show? He said, it's Big Fish. And the funny thing is I remember Big Fish, the movie. I never knew they made a musical out of it. And so I remember looking up the musical and listening to it and thinking, this music's absolutely beautiful. I would kill to sing anything in this show. So I was like, yes, yes, take me back, yes. And so he said, all right, I'll get back to you if things go through. He talked it out with the department, paperwork was signed, and then I came back January of this year to start rehearsals with them. The show is about a man and his son. I play Edward Bloom, the man, and Edward Bloom he's an interesting character. He is a tall tale teller, I guess would be the best way to describe it. He's larger than life. And Edward has spent his entire life telling his son these grandiose stories about his life and his past. But his son is more grounded in what's true, what's real. He loves Greek mythology, he loves science, he loves reading, he loves anything that he can get out of an actual book rather than something his dad's made up. And the story kind of goes back and forth between multiple eras, multiple timelines. Sometimes it's in Edward's fantasy world of what his life is like. Sometimes it's in the real world where problems actually do exist and it's hard to solve them. And the whole show kind of goes through this arc of trying to deal with the issues and the struggles of their relationship and how they resolve them in the end.
Big Fish premieres tonight and runs until February 24th. Tickets are free for students and $12 for the general public.
Auburn University's Black Student Union is hosting Unity Week this week as part of celebrating Black History Month. The Unity Project is an interactive public art project that will be set up on the campus green throughout the week, allowing all students, faculty, and staff at Auburn to participate. This project has 32 posts, with each post holding a different identifier for participants to tie up with colorful yarn in reflection of their own identities. The goal is that by the end of the project, yarn will be intertwined around all posts to create a colorful web that will represent interconnectedness and diversity.
Auburn University's Dance Marathon main event occurred this past weekend in the Auburn Student Center Ballroom. AUDM's main event is a 14-hour-long dance party beginning at 10 a.m. and ending at midnight. The event included several activities like a silent disco, line dancing, and students could even see a hypnotist.
Eagle Eye TV spoke with Tatum Moore to learn a little bit more about AUDM.
So, Auburn University Dance Marathon is a year-long fundraising organization that culminates in this 14-hour event that we have on a Saturday in February that raises money for our local Children's Miracle Network Hospital. We raise money for the neonatal intensive care unit, and we pledged back a few years ago to raise $2 million over 5 years. So in the first 2 years, we raised over $1 million of that to be able to provide for these infants that are born prematurely or fighting for their lives.
So who all here is dancing today?
So we had over 1,200 Auburn students registered to come and dance for these 14 hours and witness the DJ play and Tim Tyler sing as we fundraise for these 15 families that showed up today with their miracle kids. My favorite part about AUDM is every year when people show up not really knowing much about the event, but meet our kids and see our passion, and I watch it ignite through this campus.
We then met with a student participating in the event and asked her how she raised her money.
We got a lot of family donating, and then today I just called and texted, posted, and Venmo requested until I reached my goal. I'm sure I was annoying everybody, but
Where can people go to find out a little bit more information on AUDM?
We have a website, it's www.audancemarathon.com, where you can go and read about our executive board, to our children, find out how you can donate or register to support our event next year.
At the end of the night, AUDM raised over $500,000. To learn more, go to audancemarathon.com.
The event also hosted families from Children's Miracle Network, allowing students to see families that they are helping and actually see their impact.
The Haley Center sounds a little louder on Wednesday evenings. The Auburn Ukulele Club is busy strumming up songs together.
Hi, I'm James Accord. I'm the president of the Auburn Ukulele Club. The purpose of this club is to allow students in Auburn to kind of get a break from the classes, and it's just to give them a break from their studies and allow them to learn something that they've always wanted to learn. We'll typically go into either what we're doing today, which is a skills lesson, or we'll go and do I'll teach either a chord progression or a song. We typically do a freelance style of like on-the-spot playing as well. It's like a challenge between people.
and low. They only committed one crime, and that crime is stealing my heart. Good boys, the best boys, perfect boys. One salamander I met one day. He was very, very long, even taller than me.
I was today years old when I learned about giant salamanders.
If you're looking to get involved at Auburn and you feel like you're not fitting in, I would recommend coming here. We're a really accepting group, and it's a really awesome skill to learn is to play an instrument, and you don't have to have an instrument to be able to play here. We provide the ukuleles, so we'd love to have you.
The Ukulele Club meets on Wednesday nights at 7:30 in Haley 2116.
This week's Pet of the Week is a seven-month-old cat named Gigi.
I'm Eva Brandon here at Lee County Humane Society with our Pet of the Week, Gigi.
So this is Gigi. He is 7 months old, and he has been with us since August 30th, 2018, which is a long time for a little kitten to spend in the shelter. Really, Gigi is a great cat, and he has a lot of friends here at the shelter, and they're all really great and super playful, and Gigi in particular is really good at just sitting down and snuggling up when he wants to, but also being a little independent and exploring and doing his own thing when you're busy. So he's a really great companion to have, and he would be perfect if you just want to have somebody to come home to. Our adoption hours are from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday if you want to stop by and meet all of the pets that we have here.
If you're looking for a furry friend this time of the year, come on down to the Lee County Humane Society and you can hang out with Gigi or one of his friends. They love meeting new people and are all hoping to find a new home as soon as they can.
Gigi and other furry friends are available for adoption at the Lee County Humane Society.
After the break, a unique way to honor your former loved ones this Valentine's Day.
You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
It's my job to pay attention to the game, and I take my job seriously.
While I'm busy watching the game, I need your help keeping an eye on the stands.
If you see something that doesn't look quite right, tell a law enforcement official.
We all play an important role in protecting our communities, and you can help.
If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.
Green hat, red hat, oops. Red shirt, blue shirt, yellow shirt, oops. Yellow pants, red pants, green pants, oops.
If you're looking to get some revenge this Valentine's Day, the Wildlife Images Rehabilitation and Education Center is here to help. The Oregon-based nonprofit let people put their ex's name on a salmon to feed to their 1,000-pound brown bears.
The center promised a certificate and photos of Cody and Yak destroying the salmon to each person who donated $20. They say it will take several weeks for the bears to get through all the salmon.
That's all we have for you tonight. Be sure to tune in with us each Thursday and check our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, for all the latest headlines. I'm Chloe Thaler.
And I'm Lucy Jane Ragsdale. Thank you for joining us, and War Eagle.